Hi, thank you so much for joining me for your Written in the Stars April Horoscope. I'm Madeline and I'm an intuitive reader with a little more than 20 years of experience reading cards, charting stars, and helping people invite more magic into their life every day. So as usual, I'll be doing two readings during this video. First, your Horoscope, a broad overview of what's going on for your sign this month, and then a second, more focused spread to give you some action steps to really make the most of the month. So something really exciting is going on this month, and something that has a lot of people, kind of troubled. We've got a whopping 5 planets either already in retrograde or moving into retrograde during the month of April. That is Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. So this is definitely a month to really review and reflect, to look at what's working and not working in your life, and kind of think ahead and go and repair some potholes so that your journey is smoother down the line. So if you want to hear more about what that's doing for your sign specifically, you can check out your horoscope at my blog, writteninthestars.co. But I really want you to keep this energy in mind as you go through your reading and really kind of pay attention and see where you're being directed to do like a review or a revamp. So I really hope that you enjoy your horoscope and that it gives you some insight and empowerment for the month. I hope that you will like this video if you like it, subscribe if you want more, and I would love to hear what you think, whether in the comments below or if you'd like to get in touch on social media. I've linked all of my accounts in the description below. So once again, just thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have an amazing month, and without further ado, on to your April Horoscope. Hey Gemini, great to see you. Happy April. Let us see what is up for Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising in April 2017. Gemini in April 2017. Wow. Okay, well, Spirit wants all of these. Gemini, April 2017. Gemini, April 2017. Gemini. Gemini, April. Okay, so if you haven't been here before, Gemini, you're going to see me turn these upside down cards right side up. I'm an intuitive reader, so I don't arbitrarily read reversals as reversals. If Spirit does share something with me about the card that is different, I definitely will share that with you. But I flip these right side up just so that you can use your own intuition and hear what speaks to you in these images, and I just want you to be able to see them clearly. Okay? Okay. A lot of swords for you this month. You're definitely doing quite a bit of thinking, as you are wont. Okay. Okay, Gemini. So there is like a little bit of a conflict this month, but what Spirit is saying, and I never use this phrase, but they're saying small potatoes. So they're saying that if some of you are concerned about a fight or a confrontation, or like, ugh, I have to negotiate my salary, or I have this, one-on-one coming up with a supervisor or somebody that I'm concerned that there's going to be this confrontation with, I'm hearing small potatoes, and I'm hearing that okay, and these are general readings, Gemini, to be fair, but many of you are going to come out smelling like a rose, is what they just said. Many of you are going to come out the Queen of Pentacles, the ultimate creator and nurturer. And so some of you are going to be honored, if anything, for your skills and for how much you've grown and how far you've come. So a lot of you are going to be feeling amazing. There are going to be a couple of glitches and a couple of moments of like uncertainty and like, am I even doing this right? And that is so natural. And Spirit doesn't want you to get deterred by that. It looks like you're moving forward, and specifically you are getting more and more willing to really go the extra mile, to really break through your limitations, self-imposed limitations. Wow, Gemini, I feel like a lot of you are getting a big level up in April, and it's almost like it's what Spirit is saying is like from the inside out. So the change starts within, But of course it has this amazing like ripple effect in your practical life, in your material world. Okay, so April is a month for many Geminis to demonstrate their skills, to again demonstrate how far they've come, how hard they've been working, and I feel like many of you will continue to work hard, and specifically to be like studying, hitting the books, listening to teachers, attending classes, reading lectures. The more information that you can get this month, Gemini, the better. And I wouldn't always tell you that because Gemini, you are great at research. You're great at thinking and ideas and going over things in your mind. And sometimes that can lead to like stalemate and like you're keeping it in your head and you're not putting it into action. But I'm actually really feeling like it's, okay, this is very specific, but this is what I'm hearing for a lot of you. You've reached such a good plateau with your skills. Like you've been putting the research and the thoughts and the ideas into practice and into action, whether you're like literally crafting things or you've been just working on a certain talent or skill and you can tell that it's come very far. You've built it up very well to a point where now it's going to be good for you to start looking into the next level. Like, okay, I'm going from 101 to 201 or 301 or whatever it is. Like, you're ready to start getting into more advanced stuff, is basically what Spirit is saying. Don't rest on your laurels. Like, keep going, keep breaking through. Don't be tempted to kind of be like, oh, well, they said for those of you who have like that one-on-one or that competition and you come out on top, don't be like, oh, I came out on top. Like, now I can just sit back and relax. Like, no. Definitely enjoy your win. Definitely, like, admire and give gratitude to yourself and to the universe, to God, to whomever you like to talk to whomever deserves it, including like if you have a team, friends, supporters, whomever. Definitely reflect and give that gratitude, but then build on that momentum. Keep going. Okay, I feel that some of you need to have a very you need to have an honest conversation because somebody is feeling confused or in the dark and they need to be brought to, they need to be enlightened is what I'm like feeling. And okay, so again, Gemini, if any of this is like resonating with you in a way that you'd like me to look at your personal cards and connect with your personal energy, I would love to do a one-on-one with you to get more specific, and my shop is linked below if you'd like to do that. I just wanted to preface this with that because this is kind of a this is kind of specific, and I don't want anyone to feel fearful or to feel led to do anything that they don't agree with or resonate with. So if this does not resonate with you, then that's okay, and don't worry. But I'm feeling that for some of you, it's like there's a partnership, and that could be romance, or that could be like a business or creative partnership, and I'm feeling like there needs to be some enlightening conversation. There needs to be a bit of a dialogue, and for some of you that may even be what this is. Like, look, we need to just put things on the table. You haven't been holding up your end, or I haven't been holding up my end, or we need to make an adjustment. Whatever this is, I feel like you need to cut through the mystery in order to get that momentum and to keep going and to build on what you've got. And the result of that conversation, when I say that a lot of you will come out smelling like a rose and come out on top, whether you feel like you came out on top or not, Spirit is saying that you are being led to a better direction. Like, some of you are going to feel like they didn't hear me, they didn't understand at all, they completely didn't even listen to me. I mean, look at this. Like, some of you will be feeling like, wow, like, I tried so hard to make my point. I think I'm right. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm right. I really thought about this, and I think this is how it should be done, and they just don't believe me, and they have completely turned away from me. If they completely turn away from you, Gemini, Accept it as a path, a new path opening. You know, when one door closes, another one opens, right? And it's true, just energetically speaking. If something hasn't been working for you and an honest conversation makes it worse, like, there's no way that a good situation can be harmed by an honest conversation. So if something is harmed by an honest conversation, then it wasn't a good situation for you anyway. And Spirit says that if that is the case, you will be moving toward greater harmony and even toward greater like financial solvency by being very honest and leaving something behind if it's not working for you anymore. And if you can make yourself clear, because again, general readings, Gemini, some of you will again come out smelling like a rose. So it's like either way, whether you win or you lose, you win, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. Let's look at these guys, shall we? Spirit really wants to congratulate a lot of you Geminis, because they were saying a lot of you have been more willing to go deep and to break through like your stalemates, your indecision, your fear of moving forward. A lot of you are going to make a decision in April to really like, you know what, like I'm done being afraid. It is scary, but I'm not going to take a blindfold. Like I'm taking it off. I'm taking my light and I'm going to go searching for what is really true, because I have been just like sitting here in fear for too long. So I'm going to go ahead and reach the heights that not everybody is willing to go to. You're going to be willing to do the work that not everybody is meant to do. And what is that quote? I'm about to butcher it, but it's like, do extraordinary things today so you can live an extraordinary life tomorrow. You're going to be one of the few, the proud Gemini, if you make the decision to break through your fear and your indecision and your like keeping it in your head and go ahead and bring it into the real world and put it into action. Be the hermit. Take it upon yourself. Seek your own wisdom. And then, of course, hit the books and study the masters as well, because you've got the Hierophant here. And that will take you to new heights. That will take you to new levels of growth and payment and joy and abundance and honesty. Just authenticity. I love that. Okay, so now, Gemini, let's get just a little more info by looking at your fiercely focused spread. Let's see what Gemini is meant to concentrate on or notice, or what is working most prominently, what archetype is figuring most prominently in your life in April 2017 for Gemini. Okay, yup. That tower, that big change, that big scary change. Okay, I don't want that to freak you out. And whenever I pull the tower, I like to pull a prescription card. So let's see what's coming as a result of that tower. Or what are you being set free from when you run into this tower? Yep. Okay, so this Hanged Man, he's very related to that chick with the blindfold and the two swords. It's like, but he's the beneficial version. He's like, I'm not just sitting here with a blindfold refusing to move. It's like, I'm going to hang out with these thoughts and these emotions and see what I learn. Like, wow. I'm noticing the imagery here. His halo looks very similar to the top of the tower that's being blown off, like this crown. So, Gemini, you're being set free from some limited beliefs. You're being set free from situations that were holding you back. And you may not, again, like they're saying, some of you may be able to move straight into momentum. Some of you may be like, whoa, this was such a big change. I need to kind of like sit with this for a while. Like, I'm not ready to like leap into something yet. I need to kind of like process this and take it in. But you are being set free. Like, do not mistake this for a bad thing. Gemini, you're being like thrown from the nest so that you can use your wings, because Spirit is just like, hey, I told you to use your wings, dude. Like, fine, here, push. Like, you're going to find out you can use them. And I love that. Oh, I love that. Okay. So when do I say you're going to, like, learn to use your wings, and then you have this amazing, beautiful, God-given opportunity coming to you this month. Like, spread your freaking wings, Gemini. You can make something of this idea. Just make it. You don't have to make it perfect. Just make it. Wow. Same card, different deck. So this is what you are thinking about, your mental realm, what you're speaking about. And this is the same card, different deck as that card that was here with the guy standing in the middle like no one's listening to me, everyone's turned away from me. I don't want you to spend too much time thinking about losing battles, okay? So when this change comes about, if you feel like you're the one who got your ass kicked, I don't want you to stay there too long. Don't be a sore loser or a sore winner. Take it as a learning experience, is what Spirit just said. Like, this is just one hurdle in the long, like, triathlon of life, okay? So if you tripped over this one hurdle or your teammate didn't come through fast enough, let it go. Walk away. Walk away is what they just said. Walk away. Take it as take it as a win, if anything. Like, you know what I mean? How they say cut your losses? Like, cut your losses. Take it as a win that this thing is moving out of your way and setting you free and moving you towards better things. Okay, so let's look how, based on everything we know so far, how Gemini is going to be feeling and relating to other people. What's the emotional realm going to be like for you? Celebration, that's a good sign. So I guess, like, for those of you who even the losing battle is going to feel like a relief. So lots of you are going to be disengaging from a person or situation that just wasn't working for you, and then you're going to go out with your friends and be like, yeah, like, look where you're going. Things are going to get so much better now. It's crazy. The lighting in here, like, just shifted in such a way that's like, these chicks are glowing. I love that. I see that as a very good sign for you, Gemini. You're radiant. Okay. And finally, Gemini, what is lighting you up? What is lighting your fire and energizing you? In April. Fighting for your rights. No, this is, I mean, really, this is, you have the strength. You do feel tired, you do feel like a little exhausted and bandaged and beat up a little bit, but boy, you have won every fight that you've been through, Gemini, and it hasn't been for nothing. Spirit is again talking about the fact that you have learned so many new skills and you're almost at this new plateau. Like, you are so much closer than you think you are to your goal. So don't stop. Don't give up. Don't stop. It's like if I told you, if we were in a blizzard and you had been walking for miles to try to get home and you couldn't see anything, everything was white in front of you and you can't tell, you can't see a thing, and you heard someone shout to you, you're 10 feet from the cabin. You're 10 feet from the cabin. Keep walking. It's closer than you think. Like, you could give up. You could be like, I'm just never going to get there. I don't even know where I am. Or you could listen to the little voice that says, come a little closer, little further, little further. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Listen to it, Gemini. It's bringing you in the right direction. It may take you to a place that freaks you out and that makes you think about things in a new way, but it's bringing you toward celebration, toward authenticity, toward new opportunities, Gemini. Wow. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this is helpful, and I would love, love, love to hear if this resonates with you, what situations, like how is this factoring into your personal life. So get in touch with me in the comments or find me on social media, but I would love to hear what you think, Gemini. Thank you so much, and I really hope this helps you create a magical month. I'll see you in May, Gemini. Bye.